Hello, this is Max. Nobody believed a guy that the huge prehistoric shark, Megalodon, was real until he went hunting for people. Don't forget to subscribe. In a suspenseful opening set in a Philippine trench, we are introduced to a scene of underwater peril where a damaged submarine lies deep within the ocean. Here, we meet Jonas Taylor, a professional diver who is engaged in a critical rescue operation to save a group of divers from a wrecked submarine. Despite his efforts, only some, including Dr. Heller, are successfully brought aboard. As tension escalates, the submarine is violently attacked by an enormous, unidentified creature, compelling Taylor to make a rapid decision. He spots the massive beast attempting to breach the submarine's defenses. With the situation deteriorating, Taylor realizes that he must evacuate the submarine immediately to avoid a catastrophic outcome, though tragically, this means leaving 2 crew members behind. This decision weighs heavily on him, especially as Dr. Heller later accuses Taylor of cowardice and drunkenness under pressure, casting doubt on his account of the events. The narrative then leaps forward 5 years to an advanced underwater research facility named Mono 1, situated off the coast of China. Here, a team led by billionaire Morris and Dr. Minwei Zhang, and managed by Zhang's daughter Cyan, is introduced. The facility is bustling with activity from a diverse team of scientists including DJ, Jax, Mac, Celeste, Toshi, and The Wall. A mission to explore the Mariana Trench, the deepest part of the world, is underway, piloted by Lori, Taylor's ex-wife. As the exploration progresses smoothly, they suddenly encounter a large, mysterious creature, triggering an alarm. In a panicked reaction, the crew turns on all submarine lights, which proves to be a grave mistake as the creature aggressively collides with the sub, severing their communication with Mono 1. Now, Lori and her team find themselves trapped in the most remote depths of the ocean, isolated and in grave danger, while Dr. Zhang grapples with the sudden loss of contact, unsure of the next steps to ensure their safety. Amidst a dire situation, Dr. Zhang, desperate to rescue the crew trapped deep beneath the sea, faces a significant challenge. No available diver can reach such profound depths. Max, however, suggests contacting Jonas Taylor, renowned for his capabilities in extreme underwater rescue missions. Despite some hesitation due to past incidents where Taylor had to make tough decisions, leaving crew members behind a choice that cost him his job and Dr. Heller's trust, the team ultimately decides to enlist his help after much debate. Taylor is initially reluctant to join the rescue effort, haunted by his previous experiences and the scorn from his peers. But everything changes when Zhang plays an audio recording from the stranded submarine, and Taylor hears his ex-wife's voice among those trapped. Motivated by a mix of duty and unresolved feelings, he agrees to take on the mission. Meanwhile, Cyan, unaware of these discussions, decides to act on her own. She takes a submersible glider and dives into the depths to attempt a solo rescue. Unbeknownst to her father, who only discovers her departure upon returning to the station, Cyan finds herself in immediate peril. As she approaches the stranded sub and begins preparations to tow it to safety, a giant squid attacks her glider. In a terrifying twist, just as the situation seems dire, a Megalodon, a colossal prehistoric shark that Taylor had previously encountered, emerges and devours the squid. Taylor, upon catching up, is not as shocked by the appearance of the Megalodon, having faced it before. He quickly advises Cyan to turn off all the lights on her glider to avoid attracting the shark further. Recognizing the imminent danger, Cyan promptly tries to dim her sub as the enormous predator looms closer, following Taylor's guidance to navigate through this life-threatening encounter beneath the sea. In a critical moment of resourcefulness, Taylor arrives at the scene and quickly implements a strategy to distract the Megalodon. He begins throwing multiple lights into the water, which effectively diverts the monstrous shark's attention away from Cyan's compromised glider. Recognizing the immediate danger she's in due to the damage to her glider and the perilous environment, Taylor urgently instructs Cyan to ascend to the surface for her safety. After a brief moment of hesitation, she acknowledges the wisdom in Taylor's advice and begins her retreat upwards. Simultaneously, Taylor maneuvers his own submarine to perform another daring rescue. He successfully attaches his vessel to the one carrying Lori, Celeste, and The Wall. With precise and careful actions, he manages to pull them to safety, ensuring that Celeste and The Wall are securely on board his submarine. During another intense confrontation with the Megalodon, Toshi makes a heroic and selfless decision. Realizing that there is not enough time to save himself and that his actions could ensure the safety of others, Toshi places a goodbye letter intended for his wife into the wall's pocket before deliberately separating from the group to distract the shark. His sacrifice allows the others to escape, but it costs him his life as the shark rams the sub, leading to his tragic demise. Once the survivors reach the surface, the situation remains grim. Lori is found to be severely injured and is immediately rushed into surgery. Amidst the chaos, Heller, who had previously doubted Taylor's accounts, confronts the truth of Taylor's earlier claims about the monstrous shark. He apologizes to Taylor, acknowledging his error in judgment. Taylor, focusing on the immediate needs, tells Heller that ensuring Lori's recovery is paramount, and if she recovers, they will be square. Back at the station, Dr. Jang rallies his team to intensify their efforts as they face the reality of the Megalodon, a creature long thought to be extinct. The shock of this revelation is met with mixed reactions. While the crew is concerned about the looming threat, Morris sees a unique opportunity for groundbreaking research. Taylor, however, starkly warns Morris about the dangers of engaging the Megalodon, emphasizing that it is not a foe to be taken lightly. The destruction of the sub has inadvertently caused a release of heat into the water, creating a thermal pathway that allows the Megalodon to move into normal ocean waters, further complicating their predicament. As the adults grapple with the situation and discuss strategies to deal with the Megalodon, Meng, unaware of the danger, continues to play in the station, near a robust glass wall that separates the facility from the ocean. Suddenly, the Megalodon attacks the glass, but thanks to the strength of the wall, Meng remains safe from harm. Meng quickly becomes terrified and screams for assistance. Everyone nearby hears her cries and rushes to help. They notice marks from the creature's teeth on the glass barrier, and, looking outside, they spot a whale swimming near the station, initially suspecting it to be the culprit. However, the real threat reveals itself when Meg, a gigantic predator, suddenly appears and devours the whale in one gulp. This shocking event makes it clear to Taylor and the others that Meg is lurking nearby, having ventured past the thermocline layer. Taylor assesses the danger and instructs his team to extinguish all underwater lighting to avoid attracting the beast further. The next day, news arrives that 3 boats have been attacked. Realizing that Meg is responsible, they immediately head to the scene and find the boats in ruins. Resolved to stop the shark, they plan to track and poison it. Knowing that Meg constantly moves through the ocean, they decide to attach a tracker to it. The challenge is approaching Meg closely without endangering their boat, leading them to conclude that someone must swim close to install the tracker. Taylor, undeterred by the risks, volunteers for the task. Equipped with his gear and the tracker, he dives into the water. He manages to locate Meg and successfully attaches the tracker to its fin. The moment the tracker is in place, the crew hurriedly begins to reel Taylor back to safety. In the meantime, the Meg spots Taylor just as he's about to be attacked. They manage to reel him onto the ship, and the Meg swims away. Cyan descends in a plastic tank to poison it, while the others lure the shark with chum. This leads to a tense confrontation, where the shark attempts to swallow the cage with her inside. Despite poisoning the shark, Cyan nearly drowns until Taylor dives in to save her. They narrowly escape being eaten when a broken part of the cage distracts the shark, and the poison takes effect, killing it. Jonas brings Cyan back aboard, and they revive her. Thrilled with their success, they tow the creature onto their ship and celebrate by taking pictures with the shark's corpse. However, a prank causes the wall fall into the water. They realize they may have killed a smaller Meg when the larger one from before returns, capsizing their boat. During the chaos, Dr. Jang is severely injured and Heller dies. They barely escape alive as the Meg continues to pursue them. An armed helicopter arrives and drives the Meg away, but Dr. Jang succumbs to his injuries, apologizing to his daughter before passing away in her arms. Taylor consoles Cyan in her grief, mourning her father's death. They head back to Mana, where Morris informs them of a Chinese facility mobilizing to eliminate the Meg. Morris announces the facility's closure until the monster in these waters is dealt with. However, it turns out that these claims are deceptive. Morris hasn't contacted any Chinese authorities. Instead, he plans to eliminate the Megalodon himself and claim all the glory. Setting out on a boat with a team, their operation initially seems successful, but they mistakenly kill a whale, thinking it was the Meg. As they approach the dead whale, it attracts some nearby sharks, and then the Megalodon appears, causing panic as it devours the whale's carcass. Amidst the chaos, Morris slips off the boat and, while attempting to climb onto the dead whale, is devoured by the Megalodon. Back at the station, Taylor and the crew discover Morris's deceit that he never sought external help but intended to kill the Megalodon on his own, complicating the situation for everyone. Resolved to handle the threat independently, they prepare to confront the creature directly. They discover the shark is heading towards a popular beach in China and decide to lure it away using recordings of whale sounds, then attempt to destroy it with torpedoes from mini-subs. The plan partially unfolds as the Meg initially disrupts a Chinese wedding on a nearby boat, terrifying the guests and apparently consuming a dog. However, the shark diverts its attention to the whale sounds and follows the bait. This leads to an intense chase where Jonas Taylor guides the shark towards Sam, who attempts to strike it with a torpedo, which ultimately fails to detonate. Amidst the fight, a series of mishaps occurs, with news helicopters crashing into each other, adding to the chaos. Taylor confronts the shark, managing to wound it in the eyes. The blood attracts a swarm of modern sharks that converge and feast on the weakened Megalodon. Afterward, Taylor reunites with the Mono 1 crew and considers a vacation with Cyan and Mei Ying. Yet, ominously, as they depart, the sound of another Megalodon suggests that more of these prehistoric creatures have escaped the trench, hinting at continued danger and leaving the story open-ended. If you are interested in such films, please proceed to the next video on the screen and also share your thoughts about this film in the comments. Give us a like and subscribe. Goodbye.